Yeah, great to talk to you too, Scott.
Give us how you're thinking about the markets. You can speak through a tech prism or just as a broad investor and a big thinker. What do you think about where we are?
Well, I sort of agree with what your most recent folks on the show have talked about. It's historically, this is a great time to make sure you're thinking for the long term. I've been buying, just slowly buying on a day-to-day basis, not worrying too much about whether we're going down further or whether we're going up big. We'll get through this. The world will get through it. It's going to be rough sledding here for a while, but trying to predict when, as everyone has said, trying to predict the bottom or trying to wait for things to fall out of the bottom is just a silly way to go about it. So at the end of the year, the people who have put money to work now will be happy about it. That's the way I think about it.
Can you give us an idea of how the tech community is thinking about all of this and what broad impacts there may be out in the Valley?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think there are sort of two sides of it. On one side, there are sort of a growing chorus of folks who feel like, look, the social contract between, the country and our business leaders is the country gives us space to innovate the way we want to innovate, to pursue our dreams, to make and keep a fortune in many cases. And on the other side, we're expected to create opportunity, create jobs, and be real leaders, and step up to the microphone in good times and in bad. And I'm sort of surprised. There's a growing segment of folks out here who feel this way. Sort of surprised we haven't heard from more of the business leaders and executives. For example, it would be helpful to hear from the Costco folks, the Amazon folks, the Walmart folks about the supply chain. And there's been a comment here or there, but not a lot. And I think a lot of people in the country would like to be reassured about supply chains and that products and goods are going to be there when we need them in the next few weeks. And then similarly on the tech front, it'd be helpful to hear more from the Googles of the world about what they're doing beyond just the things that have been announced in random presidential press conferences that prove to be partially true, and where we're headed and what they're gonna try to do about it. So I agree with those folks. I'd like to hear more from our leaders in all those points.
What responsibility do you think our social media creators and or CEOs, because the founders by and large are the CEOs of those companies, have at a time like this with spreading a needed message of any kind? The government is trying to tell people you need to socially distance and you need to do it now. To what degree does Dorsey need to get out on Twitter and Zuckerberg on Facebook and Spiegel on Snap? To what degree they even can and help in spreading that message? Because I haven't seen it. And I admittedly might have missed it, but I don't think I did.
Yeah, I think it goes back, again, generally to my point. I think all of these tech leaders, it'd be helpful if they stepped up and were talking to the country more about the things on their platforms that are true, misinformation that they're helping eradicate. The Zoom CEO did a great job of stepping up, and Eric, and providing, his platform for free for some period of time to U.S. education, the U.S. education system right now. It'd be helpful to hear from more leaders across the board on all this stuff. So, in short, agreeing with what you just said.